everyone, welcome to this Facebook Live event being hosted by Lift Up Louisville. My name is Nona. I am a Reiki Master Teacher and a Jin Shin Jyutsu practitioner based out of the Middletown area in Kentucky, in Louisville. Today I am here to share with all of you 3 simple things that you can do to help yourself, to help your body, to help your mind, to bring yourself back in harmony in this time when we're all feeling anxious, stressed, and also a very simple way to boost your body's immunity. Before we start all that, let us do 2 things. One, I'd like for you to find a comfortable place to sit in where you can just sit back, relax, you can lay down if you'd like. All you're doing through this session is listening to me and just following along with simple finger holds or just flows, patterns. The next thing I'd like for you to do is take a quick scan of your body and your mind and to see what your stress level is for today on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm at a 6 right now. That's because I've never done a Facebook Live event before. This is stressing me out a little. Hopefully by the end of the session I'll be in the Zen zone. So now that you've done that, I invite you to take your left hand and simply place your right hand on it like this. There's no pressure, there's no massage, there's no poking, nothing. You're simply placing your right hand lovingly and gently on your left hand like that. If you find this difficult to do, then this also works or this also works. So just find what works best for you and you're comfortable doing it, and just lay that back in your lap and listen along. I practice Reiki and Jin Shin Jyutsu. For those of you that have not heard of Reiki or Jin Shin Jyutsu, they're both Japanese healing modalities. Jin Shin Jyutsu is not to be confused with Jiu-Jitsu, the martial art. Jin Shin Jyutsu is, Jin means a person of compassion or knowledge. Shin is creator and Jutsu means art. So Jin Shin Jyutsu is the art of the creator through a person of compassion or knowledge. It's, like I said, it's a Japanese art, which the way it is practiced today is all thanks to Master Jiro Murai from Japan, who brought this art back to life, literally, and gave us all the texts that we have and we study from today. So what is energy? What is this energy that we talk about? Both Reiki and Jin Shin Jyutsu work on the concept that you and I are more than this physical body, and that there is actually rivers of energy that flow in all of us, and that with over time, with as babies we're all happy and everything's flowing well, but over time with the thoughts that we bring in or the thoughts that we get stuck in, the food that we eat, the environment that we live, the energy stops flowing the way it's meant to in our body. And so this whole mind-body connect, is really strong, is very strong in us. So over time, if we don't pay attention to the little labels, my shoulder hurts or my knee hurts or my back hurts, if we don't pay attention to that, over time all these little labels give rise to big labels, and those big labels, we get bigger projects to work with. But everything can be harmonized by simply going back and working with your body's energy flows, because and bringing those back in harmony will help bring the physical body back in harmony. So it's like the mind, the energy body, and then the physical body. There's that whole connection there. So what we think affects the way the energy flows, and that in turn affects the physical body that we have. So I'm going to share with you a couple of different things. I hope you're still holding your hands like that. So Jin Shin Jyutsu teaches us that our healing is in our hands. And you do not have to believe a word of what I say, you just have to experience it for yourself and try it for yourself. We can harmonize different attitudes that we're stuck in, or different physical symptoms that we feel along, in our body, by simply going and working with our fingers. That's the beauty and simplicity of Jin Shin Jyutsu. We take them everywhere, our hands. What is an attitude? An attitude is an emotion that we get stuck in. You know, we're all worried, angry, sad, fearful at different points of time, but it's the energy start to happen when we're stuck in that attitude. So if you're constantly worrying, things will start to happen in the physical body. If you're constantly in fear, living in fear, things will start to happen. So that's an attitude. If you get stuck in an attitude, your physical body will start to show symptoms too. So that's where Jinshin Jutsu comes in, and it teaches us how to harmonize different attitudes that we are starting to get stuck in, or to harmonize the physical symptoms that we feel. So let's start with the first thing that we're going to talk about is the breath. Breath moves energy in our body. There's a reason why it's called prana in Sanskrit, or chi, or ki, or pneuma. With every breath we take, we bring in this life force energy. If there is anything that you are going to take away from this session today, let it be that you need to start breathing. 99% of the people I see in my practice are not breathing, are not exhaling out all the way. So if you're not exhaling out all the way, there's no way you're going to be inhaling in. It's like going for water and that cup has dirty water in it already. I love giving this example because it just, it makes it so clear. So imagine that there's a cup of water and there's already like dirty water in it or stale water in it, and so you cannot bring in more of this life force or more water unless you empty out. So it's so important to exhale out all the way so that you can receive more of this life force. With every breath we take, we bring in this life force energy. With every exhale, energy moves down the front of our body. With every inhale, it moves up the back. So that's like this constant loop that the energy makes in our body. So when we're stressed or angry or sad or fearful, we hold it. We hold our breath. And when we hold our breath, the energy start to happen. So the first thing I teach people is to start breathing. 36 is a magic number in Jinshin Jitsu, so I invite everyone to just simply stop and notice their breath 36 times in a day. You don't have to do all 36 in one go. You can do 9, 9, 9, 9. You could do 3 every hour. You could do whatever works best for you. Some people like to set a timer to just notice where they're breathing, where their breath is. But just stopping and noticing your exhale 36 times in a day will make it a deeper exhale for you. Just noticing your breath. You and I are breathing and talking all the time, but just noticing your breath will make it a deeper breath. So I invite you to count your breath 36 times in a day. At the end of this session, I'll share with you how you can tie it in with your finger holes, and that's a beautiful way to connect your breath and your finger holes to start moving energy in the body. The next thing we're going to talk about is, I hope you've all been holding your hands, palm to palm all along like this. So the next thing we're going to talk about is your fingers. In Jinshin Jitsu, we learn how to harmonize different attitudes by simply holding different fingers. So just place your hand like that with your fingers spread out and look at it. So we call it get rid of worry fast. So worry is the thumb, F is for fear, F-A-S-T. So worry is the thumb, F is for fear, and it's the index finger. A is anger and can be harmonized by holding the middle finger. S is sadness, which can be harmonized by holding the ring finger. And T is the trying toes, which can be harmonized by holding the little finger. So it's called get rid of worry, F-A-S-T, fast. So, let's talk about worry first, or the thumb function energy. So while we do that, I invite you to just take your left thumb like that, and just with your right hands, you wrap your fingers around your left thumb like that. So you can do it any way that is comfortable for you. You can do it like this, like this, like this, but just find a comfortable way to hold your thumb and simply be. Now, holding the thumb helps harmonize the attitude of worry. You will notice that whenever you're worried, maybe a little about an exam, kids start to complain. If kids, for example, if they start to worry about exams, they start to complain of a bellyache. Or if grown-ups are worried all the time, they start to have some kind of digestion problems going on. Maybe acidity, acid reflux, something or the other will start to show up in the digestion for them. So that's because worry disharmonizes the stomach and spleen flows. And so holding the thumb will help dissolve worry, and also if there's anything going on with the physical stomach or the spleen organs, it helps to harmonize that. Then comes F. F is for fear. F and the attitude of fear can be dissolved by simply holding your index finger. So the fear creates disharmony in the kidney and bladder flows, or on the other side, working with your kidney and bladder flows will help harmonize the attitude of fear for you. So simply going and holding the index finger will help do the same for you. The next finger that we have is the middle finger. The middle finger is not a surprise there, that the attitude that it harmonizes anger, and it's a universal expression of anger for most people. Now, anger can be anger that is, a person that's angry all the time, so anger that is explosive, or it can be anger that's not expressed at all, so anger, people that keep drinking it in. So anger disharmonizes the gallbladder and the liver flows, and it's a very destructive force in the body. It just, it disharmonizes a lot. So if you feel mad at somebody, or if you're just generally pissed off, for most people, I'm not angry, but do you get pissed off soon? Yeah, I do. So maybe, when you feel like that, just go and hold your middle finger and help harmonize that attitude. So I hope you're following along as I hold each finger. Just follow along and hold each one with me. So we're holding the anger finger right now, the middle finger, and helping dissolve the attitude of anger. It could also be frustration. It could also be the inability, to do anything. A lot of us are frustrated right now. We're stuck at home. Sometimes not stuck. We're at home. It helps to change your attitude there. So we're at home. We're not unable to do what we really wanted to do with friends and family, and so frustration can be helped by simply holding your middle finger. Then comes S. S is for sadness. We'll gently wrap our hands around the ring finger. Now, sadness is grief is sadness. Sadness is the inability to let go. The inability to let go of people that have passed away, the things that have happened to us. So-and-so said this to me 20 years ago and I'm still mad about it. So the inability to let go. That disharmonizes our lungs in the large intestine. So the lungs let go of this air that you don't need anymore, and the large intestine, literally the crap that you don't need anymore. So when we start holding on, we're holding on, and not letting go of the crap or the air. And that disharmonizes our lungs and large intestine flow. So if you will notice that when people are breathing, they start to breathe really shallow, because that organ presents a need at that time. So when you're feeling sad or frustrated, or the change in life, just holding on to your ring finger will help harmonize that. We next come to the little finger, and the little finger is the attitude of trying to. And trying to is trying to be somebody that you don't feel like on the inside. So it's pretending. So for a lot of people, it could be happy on the outside, crying on the inside kind of a thing. So trying to disharmonizes the heart and the small intestine flows. Or when we're trying to be somebody we're not, our heart and small intestine flows need more love and harmony. So it helps to work with them at that time. Now you would hold a little finger also if you had something physical going on with your heart. For people that get AFib, or their heart starts to beat too fast, or that have BP problems, just going and holding the little finger will help harmonize the heart, the physical organ heart, or if they're stuck in the trying twos in their life. Now, trying to's could also be when if you find yourself saying the word trying to too often in your life, I'm trying, and nothing seems to be working. Or for a person that has a physical disability, and so every step that they take is an effort, is a trying to. So that this is a great finger for them to hold. Again, small intestine, so it helps with digestion also there. The heart, it has a lot to do with heart, brain. So it helps with memory also, and with anything to do with the brain. Holding this finger will help with that. Then next come to the center of the palm. The center of the palm is your endocrine system, it's your main spine, it's your gut brain is there, your parasympathetic mode of the nervous system is right there. So helping hold it, just simply placing your hand there and holding here will help harmonize, just give you this entire sense of being present, of calm, of peace. And this is what we did when we started the session, and hopefully all of you got to experience it firsthand to see how powerful that is. So I invite you to hold each finger for about 2 to 3 minutes at least once a day, if not twice. But if you feel like you're stuck in an attitude, then create the time to hold it more. Now, if your eyes are closed and you have the time, you will feel it differently in your body, you will feel it in your body. But if you don't have the time, you're sitting and watching TV, you're talking to your kids and they're doing homework, and you're stuck in the attitude of worry, or you lost your job and fear is a big part, then just simply holding that particular finger will bring your body back in harmony. So it can be done anywhere at any time for as long as you'd like. These are the quickies for those attitudes your fingers are, and so use them. They're incredibly powerful. I tell people that they sound simple, but they're so powerful, and they can bring profound changes in the way you think, and also the way the energy flows in your body, the physical body, the symptoms you might be feeling in the physical body. So we've done the breath, we've done the finger holds. I like to combine the breath with the finger holds, and I share with my clients that you can hold each finger for about 3 breaths each, 3 exhales each, and so that way you can get 30 right there, and then 3 and 3 in the center of the palm, so 36 right there. So you can get your 36 breaths in at the end of the day by simply holding the finger and just breathing and exhaling out all the way, and inhaling and receiving this beautiful gift of life. The next one that I want to share with all of you is a special flow for immunity, and this is really powerful. If I feel like I have a cold coming, or a cough or anything, if I feel like anything's gonna pop up for me, I start to feel scratchy in the throat or anything, I go to this, and usually it knocks it off. Like next day there's nothing. I also use oils, but let's talk about the flow for right now. So it's really easy to do. What you do is you take your right hand and you put it on your left shoulder, and if you can reach, you're trying to reach the top end of your shoulder blade there, if you can reach it. If not, just simply placing your hand on your shoulder will help. So you're just simply placing your hand like that, and with your left hand I'm going to show you a set of mudras. A mudra is a hand position that that brings harmony in the body. So the first one that you're doing is you're going to place your index finger on your thumbnail like that, and so you sit with this mudra for about 2 to 3 minutes, and you can notice your exhale, notice your inhale at the time. Just close your eyes and feel the energy move in your body. Just feel it, and I promise you, if you feel nothing initially, over time, the more you do it, the more you're in tune with it, the more you start to feel in your body. So the first one would be like this. So your index finger is on your thumbnail like that. Now what you've done is you've jumper cabled, or you've finished a circuit. You've closed a circuit there, and so this entire, you've worked with your ring finger, your thumb, and your index finger at the same time. So you've not only helped the stomach and spleen function energy, you've helped the kidney and bladder flows. But in Jin Shin Jyutsu, we talked that there over 144,000 body functions can be helped by simply holding our fingers in different places. So that's how much power there is in your hands. So the first one that you're doing is you're placing your index finger on the thumbnail, the pad of the index finger on the thumbnail like that. And so you sit like that for maybe a couple of minutes or 2 or 3 minutes. It takes about 3 minutes for the energy to make its cycle and come on up, back up. So that's a good time. But if you don't have 3 minutes, even little less, just give it the best that you have. But if you sit longer, the longer you sit, the more you feel and the more it helps. The next you would do is take your thumb and you would put it on the index fingernail like that. So you sit like that for about 2 to 3 minutes. Breathe, watch your breathing. If you're in a position to meditate, you could be meditating like this. If not, you could be watching TV and doing this. So there's no excuse to not do it. You can do it anytime. Sometimes I do this while I'm driving the car and holding the steering wheel. So it keeps me in the zone. Not getting mad at people. So your index finger and your thumb like that. Next we come to our the middle finger. The thumb is always going on the nail like that. And you'll find that you start to relax, and if you do relax, if you do start to do that, your thumb slips off the nail, and that's okay too. Just that's a good hold to. So this just creates a little bit of intention in the hand, so it tends to stay there, and then it can slide off. That's okay too. So you're on the ring finger like that. So you would stay there again 3 to 5 minutes or longer if you can. Then you then move on to the ring finger and do the same. Stay again 3 to 5 minutes. Breathe. Watch TV, whatever it is you're doing, and then the same with your little finger like that. And then you would reverse it for the other side. So the same 5, mudras each time. So you start with a thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. So you practice all these mudras, and this just jump starts our body's immunity. The points here, over the top of the shoulder blade, they're called in Jinshin Jyutsu we call it safety energy lock 3, and this holds the key to our immunity. And we believe that that's where the energy first starts to get stuck, when our body starts to fight an infection or anything. So all the bacterial, viral infections. If we keep our shoulders clear, we will not catch anything. So it's really important to keep them clear. And this is an amazing way to keep things flowing in your body and keep them moving, so that you don't, if energy is flowing and there's no stuck, you cannot be sick. So we'll do that. Well, it seems like that's all we have time for today. I thank all of you for joining me. It has been such a pleasure to sit here. I've done it, my first Facebook Live today. I thank the City of Louisville for creating the space and the intention for us to be able to enjoy this from our homes. All the different programs that they've been putting together for this. It's been an honor to share with all of you. Before you leave, just check in with yourself again and notice, where is your stress level at right now? Mine is at a 0 because this is over and I'm happy that it went well. So type your comments. Excuse me. Let me know how I did. If you have any questions, type your stress level. Where was it at? Where is it at now? How do you feel? If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out, either in the comment section right here, or you can find me on Facebook. I'm there as Reiki with Nona. I'm also on Instagram as Reiki_with_Nona. You can shoot me a text. You can go to my website, reikiwithnona.com. There's more information there about everything that we've talked about. I keep posting a lot of Facebook videos from time to time on things that I think can help people. It's so out of my comfort zone, but I think it's so essential right now for people to step out and share the knowledge that they have. So once again, thank you so much. I am incredibly blessed and happy to be here, to be able to share this with all of you. If you have questions, just reach out. Thank you again, and have a great Sunday morning.